Hello heroes, Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends, and welcome back to the RPG Corner with some more Trails of Cold Steel 2. We've just apprehended Eustace's father, Duke Alberea, and now we're in Bareahard, and it's bonding time. But first, gotta talk to all the citizens. The great Bareahard overtaken by those reformist cretins? How dare they, how dare they? If only Lord Rufus were here, he would eradicate them for us. Actually, no, he wouldn't. How was Princess Alphen involved in all of this? Official statements claimed she was being kept safe in Heimdall. Lord Rufus refuses to make a move despite the peril we face too. I'd hate to make assumptions, but something seems off here. Well, you guys are right. Something is off, and you're wrong about everything. Yesterday was truly something else. Both myself and my husband were terrified. We never expected that Duke Alberea would be arrested either. What does this mean for Bareahard? These people have not left this spot since the beginning of the game. Terrifying indeed. Seeing so many tanks and armored cars in town almost made my heart stop. Why must we get swept up in all of this when it's a man's job to deal with more? I'm so fraught with worry I can hardly focus on anything. Seems like we'll be returning home in a timely manner today. What a relief. I was rather worried when she mentioned she was going out. These are dangerous times after all. Seeing Bareahard taken over by the reformers certainly isn't something I expected to see within my lifetime. This isn't some sort of strange dream, is it? It feels far too surreal. Okay, there's a dibbity dot somewhere. Oh, it's Celine. Well, I guess everything worked out for the best back there, even if society's plans are still big. A big scary blank right now. I'm trying not to think about it. The important thing is we brought a little more peace to Bareahard. Just hope the Duke and Scarlet show some signs of repentance. Not happening. Speaking of which, I was surprised at the way you saved that terrorist. Probably the first person ever to use their knight like that. There's something impressive about you, Reen. Come again? You heard nothing. Galleria. Avoid the classmates. Yesterday was absolutely terrifying. We could hear the battle taking place even in here. I don't think we could have asked for a bigger reminder that our country's at war. Never would have expected the Duke to fall from power. Of course, what he did to the Celtic was beyond horrific, so perhaps he had it coming. The better question now is, what'll become of the taxes? That's my main concern. Of course it is. You're a businessman. Alright. So many armored cars sped through town. Then we heard cannon fire and gunshots from the highway. Can't believe this would happen so close to town. Why can't this war just end already? Still can't believe all of this is really happening. First we were told the Noble Alliance had the advantage, but then Bareahard was pulled into the war. Now the Imperial Army has stationed their troops here. This is just asking for trouble. Alright. I'm not even going to try to shop. I'm just going to talk and move. Both my lady and the rest of the household are beside themselves with worry at the moment. This master's still away too, so I should return home early today for their sake. Still a number of things I wanted to purchase, but alas. Heard about what Duke Alberea did to Celtic. It's hardly an action one can condone in my opinion. I believe most others feel the same. He's probably receiving his just desserts now. Yes, he is. His desserts are just. Christie is full of Kreuzen's most recognized stores, so we can't afford to close shop regardless of the circumstances. We have our pride, you know. But I do admit to being unclear on what we should do from here on out. The reason we're Kreuzen's most recognized gallery is because we serve its nobles after all. No. You there. Wait, didn't I already talk to her? I totally did. She was there and now she's there. Okay. Everybody in the store has been talked to. Time to leave. Time to find more chatters. More chatterboxes. Station Street. Wait, this is where I'm at. I'm an idiot. Central Plaza. Alright. Couple dots here, couple dots there. Certainly never expecting things to come to this. I wouldn't be so sure though, after all, considering what Princess Alphen said. Have you heard of Duke Alberea's current predicament? Lord Rufus remains a major part of the Noble Alliance, so it may be possible for this situation to be reversed. Bareahard is now under the Imperial Army's jurisdiction, you say? Oh, Adios, what waking nightmare is this? This simply can't be real. Shut your mouth. Heard that Lord Eustace was appointed acting head of the Alberea family after the Duke's arrest. What is the meaning of this? Why was he chosen over Lord Rufus? Because he's the better person for it. Lots of people in here. Hey, did you hear about the rumor about His Majesty being held captive in Heimdall? The Noble Alliance has been keeping all sorts of stuff from us, so I can totally believe it. Can you imagine what a scandal that'd be if it turned out to be true? Welcome. You all planning on resting today? I can only imagine how exhausted you must be after all that's happened. Allow me to be so bold as to request that you all stay by Lord Eustace's side as much as possible as well. While they were never on good terms, having to arrest his own father must have hurt him more than he's letting on. We'd be honored to, sir. Why can't you understand, Father? All I want to do is join my schoolmates on the courageous. Which is precisely why I'm opposed. You're a daughter of the nobility. You can't go off gallivanting at a time like this. It's exactly the time to go. Maybe if you weren't so thick-headed, you'd understand that. Thick-headed? How dare you use such language towards your own father? Looks like Teresia's busy at that. I could try once again once I've met up with the rest of the gang. Why must you be so bullheaded? Is it merely because I'm trying to stand on my own 2 feet for the first time? Is that what upsets you so? That is certainly not the issue. Good day. Saucier will be open for business as usual today. Think of this as an opportunity to cast aside your worries and enjoy a fine meal. Are the rumors of what happened in Celtic true? If so, I'm not entirely sure if I should be doing business like this after all. The battles may have come to an end, but who knows how business will go from here on out. I lost a good friend recently too, just got back from paying my respects. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? What is this? This is the Saucier restaurant. Did I go upstairs? No, I did not. One person on the piano. Greta, recent events have been rather unsettling for us all. My music can help soothe our customers' woes. Feels like a wasted chat right there. A wasted chat. Ugh. I'm stuck. Move, chairs. You're the bane of my existence. I must admit that it's relief to know the Croatian Provincial Army has no need to fight anymore. Lord Eustace even ordered them to stay put at Oroc's fort too. Phew, now there's no need to worry for my husband's safety. Everyone says we lost the war, but who cares? Eddie can come back home now. He's gonna have to play with me lots to make up for being away for so long. Oh, this fucker. The citizens here look as though they've just awoken from the deepest of slumbers. Very well then, allow me to teach them the true meaning of love. It's an emotion that lingers deep within all our hearts after all. Yeah. Whatever. Who's in the cathedral? Don't worry about us. Lord Eustace always made it a point to tell us to come here if things ever got dangerous. Can't really hear what goes on outside from here either, so Raby doesn't get scared. Some really scary stuff happened yesterday, but I was here with the net, so I wasn't scared at all. Hello, you two have been stopping by rather often as of late. Of course, it's always a pleasure to see how you're so full of energy. Might I ask how you're faring? We're fine. Yep. That's good to hear. Gaius is always at the churches. I'm sort of reflecting on my life as of late. I have everything I could possibly ask for: high quality clothes, delicious meals every day. Sister Tatiana had all that once too, but she chose to abandon it for the sake of helping others. Someone gonna become a priest? How frightful. First the tanks, then the gunfire and explosions. Why is this happening in Bareahard of all places? We sent a number of relief provisions to the people of Celtic. Of course, no amount of material aid can heal the scars in their hearts. I only wish there was more we could do for them. Today's Mass will be about Saint Veronica, a woman whose unwavering faith shone brightly during the Dark Ages. In fact, her devout prayers were enough to bring forth a miracle which saved many from great tragedy. Let this be a lesson that through faith there is nothing for us to fear. Alright. Making great progress talking to the randos. The randos of town, that's what I call them. Esmeralda. Your father deals in jewelry, you say. How magnificent. Perhaps you could introduce us sometime. Of course, he'd like that too, I'm sure. Yesterday was so frightening. We could hear the battle taking place from here. On the bright side, it gave me the chance to get acquainted with the lady next door. She has so many interesting stories to tell. Oh boy. What kind of acquaintance are you guys making? Esmeralda will remain open for business despite all that has happened. The Duke's arrest certainly came as a shock, but I'm just relieved that the city itself is in no danger. The Imperial Army seems to be doing their best to avoid stirring up any trouble, which I appreciate. Me too. Many of our customers are uneasy after everything that happened yesterday. However, the battle itself has officially ended, so for now, the Hotel Esmeralda remains entirely safe. Please feel free to make yourselves at home, which I'm not going to worry about right now. Not right now. Noble District. Couple of chitter chatters. Is this the lady that with the cat? It is. They haven't left. Yesterday certainly was a frightening experience. I don't think I've ever seen so many soldiers before. Poor Bootsy still hasn't gotten over it. It's okay now. I'm right here. Yeah, we found you in a stupid quest. A squad will be stationed here for the time being. Noble city or not, our job is to ensure the citizens' safety. Leave things here to us. Don't worry, we'll make sure that order is maintained here in Bareahard. The 4th Division's main focus right now is preparing for the battle at Heimdall, which means a squad like ours will only have so much in the way of equipment. We have enough to do our jobs, though. It's good to know that you can still do your jobs. Emma. Well, this is certainly a surprise. I never expected the master and the lady to return on such short notice. It's a relief to know they're well. The children should be able to rest easy now. There was a lot of people here. Father, Mother, Susan, thank goodness you're safe. We came as quickly as we could after we heard what happened. Oh, Adios, thank you for keeping our children safe. We left the children here under the impression that it'd be the safest place for them. It certainly came as a surprise, to say the least. Things are only getting more dangerous from here on out, so we can take some comfort in knowing they're safe for now. Hey, Mommy, I'm good at dancing now, like really good. Hey, Mommy, you listening, Mommy? Oh, God. The only thing you're getting better at. Yeah. Hey, Mommy and Daddy are back. Can we talk lots and lots? Yay. So glad you're both safe. We've been fine too, thanks to Bridget. Anyone else in here? And the maids in the kitchen. It feels so much calmer knowing that they're both back home. And better yet, the children are simply... she's a student. Simply overjoyed. I should be sure to thank them again once I finish up the... Wait, isn't that... Yeah, it's got to be Bridget from the Wind Orchestra. She looks too busy to talk right now, though. Come back once I've met up with everyone else. Yeah. Okay, that was all the people in there. Artisan Street. Jewelers, Alouette, Valentary, and Davos Factory. Talk. There's a very small margin for error when it comes to polishing gems. My dad lets me work on some of our products now. Still not too happy with how I handle the finishing touches. He always ends up doing them himself. The road to being a pro is tough. Yesterday was a real surprise for all of us, even the nobles, but that's got nothing to do with us, so we'll be focusing on work as usual. I'm curious as to how Brooke's doing. Training is coming along too, so that's all the more reason to keep at it. Nothing here. Na, 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 na. Da, 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 da. Master truly is a stubborn one. Admittedly, we seem to be in no immediate danger, but I shall remain alert nonetheless. What's that, Mort? Are you actually trying to order me around? Not as such. I just believe that it would be safe for us to return while we can. You can expect me to return when my order's just about ready, can you? Such stubbornness. I have a little interest in what's going on in the world around me. If the Duke's learned his lesson, then that's that. If not, well, the same thing will happen to him again eventually. Just how nobles are in the end. Always have been, always will be. Angelica, she doesn't count as a thing, right? She does not. Right? Right. George was absolutely determined to have me do his shopping for him. How cruel, you'd think he'd at least give me enough time to take a couple of ladies out for a celebratory ride, but alas. With scenery like this, it'd be the perfect spot for a ride. Peaceful too, given that the flames of war have finally died down. Be that as it may, this province's troubles are far from over. Their lord was taken under arrest, after all. With all the changes around here, things won't be quiet for quite some time. I guess you're right. They can't stay under the Imperial Army's jurisdiction forever, either. It's not like Rufus looks like he'll be back here to take on his father's mantle anytime soon. The people of Croton aren't the only one at a crossroads either. Maybe it's selfish, but I'm still kind of hoping that by the time this war is all over, I'll find my own path too. I think I'm in the same boat. Jewelers, and then we have the inn, and then the tailor store. Oh, hey there, little man. Man, yesterday took me by surprise. Never expected to run out all those tanks. Oh well, stuff that's gonna come kind of common by now, so there's no point in dwelling on it. Right now, I'm more worried about whether or not we're gonna lose customers thanks to whatever went down. You're fine. Hey, Sarah, I'll be visiting this place then. I just finished reading the latest volume of this popular series. Hopefully the next one comes out soon. Would you like to give it a read? I'm sure you'll see right away why it's so popular. Gambler jerk. There's actually a dessert that goes perfectly with our espresso. Okay, give me the recipe. Colette's a big fan of them. She claims just one bite can fill you with bliss. Why don't you try it for yourself? Fruit parfait. Alright. Giolamo. How's it going, Reen? Not bad. You're looking cheerful, Colette. I'm packing up too. Does that mean what I think it means? Yep, it's time for me to jump aboard and help you guys out. Just finishing up sorting everything out right now. Thanks, Colette. We're more than glad to have you helping us out. Thing is, though, I don't actually see all the sorting out I have to do being done by the time you all take off. It'd be rude to fly off without saying goodbye to everyone, too. Would you mind picking me up next time you stop by Bareahard? Not at all. Gives me time to meet up with everyone else, too. Oh, they're making all these excuses for me to leave and come back. Those bastards. Making me travel all over the place just because I got an airship. We're all facing tough times, as you know. The war certainly is taking its toll. Surely you'd be willing to extend the deadline on the final 20,000 mira for me in light of that. Didn't you hear? Kreuzen's no longer a part of the war. This poor noble here has been asking for loan extensions for half a year now. He's better than the ones who use their position to avoid paying at all. I'm not exactly raking the mirror in here myself, but I kind of feel sorry for him. It couldn't hurt to let him off the hook just a bit. I heard about what happened to the Duke. Fair's fair, really. Can't just let someone who put the people of Celtic through hell run free, can we? Nobles are just the people in the end. They ain't exempt from Aetios' judgment, and if he fooled himself into thinking otherwise, then he had it coming. Get another order from Camellia. They want 10 items this time. Work's never gonna end, even when the war does. Okay. What else was there? Artisan Street. Been to the Noble District, Station Street, Central Plaza, Christie's, Davos, and oh, I haven't been to the airport. There's a gaggle of people over there. What's that all about? Let's go talk to the gaggle of people. That's a group. Oh, it's just. I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid I've told you all I know. It's been announced that there's no danger in the city itself, at least, so please don't concern yourselves. Alcaray has been arrested? How the devil did that happen? I haven't a clue what's been happening here while I've been away. Perhaps I should go and ask Baron Caroline. In times like these, friends are the ones you can count on most. Oh dear, it looks like we came at a bad time. What should we do? Oh, I do hope something works out. What's happened here? I'm so bored. Okay. I think that Davos' factory. Yeah, I've been there. Alright, all places. Time to bond. Starting with my lovely lady Sarah. She's the first one to bond with. Hey there, Reen. Hey there, instructor. Are you feeling a little better now? Feeling just fine, thank you very much. Though I might have overdone it a bit against those guys. Still, at least I was able to see you kids off like a good teacher should. No regrets here, instructor. Come on, don't give me that look. I might be here resting, but you look like you could get some rest yourself. She's always Dodge having to tell us much about her past, but she might actually be making an exception this time. Would you mind if I stayed here and rested a bit with you? Be happy to join you for a drink or something. Water, I guess. Really? You'll be rolling into bars chatting up the ladies like a pro soon with all the way you're going. Just take a seat there. I'll get you a little something fancier than water on me. Spicy water. Ew, this hard liquor fights back. Gotta pace myself better. Can't chug them because they're too strong. I'm 3 sheets to the wind before I know it. It's better than nothing. But I'll take a good beer or cider any day. I'm struggling with this cocktail personally. Feels like I'm drunk from it even though there's no alcohol in it. Well, hey, that's just one of the appeals of drinking. I'll make sure to teach you how to savor it once you're old enough. Same way both my superior and my friend did for me back in the day. Was that back when you were part of the Northern Jaegers? Yep. Granted, they both kicked the bucket a long time ago. Oh, I'm sorry. This operation brought back a lot of memories. Some of them bad, but plenty of good ones too. Getting by back then was a real struggle. Felt like no matter what we did, nothing ever got any better. You came from North Ambria, didn't you? Seems like life there was a lot more brutal than I could have ever imagined. Would you mind if I asked you just when you decided to join the Corps? Couldn't tell you exactly when. It felt like as soon as I knew what was going on around me, I had a gun in my hands. Not like there was much else you could do to earn a living around here. They say it was a nice place till the North Ambrian disaster struck around 20 or so years ago. I only go back once every few years now, mainly to pay my respects. I see. It's the kind of place where death would follow you wherever you went, really. And I wasn't any exception to that. I've lost many people who were important to me. One day they were there, the next they were gone. It wasn't until around 6 years ago that Beatrix, well, Colonel Beatrix back then, saved me. After that, I cut all my ties and headed down the path to become a bracer. You all know the rest after that. Guess we do. I don't even know what to say. I can't imagine leading a life like that. Yes, indeed, you won't find any heroines as tragic as me. Well, after what happened at Aurochs Fort made me realize something. Turns out I hadn't completely cut my ties to that place. Crossing blades with old comrades was more painful than I expected. Maybe it's selfish of me to say, but I wish it weren't. Guess this just shows that I've still got a long way to go as an instructor. There's still so much I want to teach you so you can make it through all of this, but I probably wasn't cut out for the job to begin with, you know? I have to respectfully disagree with you there, instructor. We've learned a lot from you, both individually and as a class. Things you didn't specifically try to teach us either. We learned those simply through observing your actions. Like what? Take what happened at Aurochs Fort. Your actions taught us that fighting for the people and country you love can be painful at times. We saw that in your willingness to cross blades with those you once knew. You showed us what it means to be truly determined. At least that's what I got out of it. And I'm certain we'll one day have to show that very same determination. Huh? That's why we'd like you to continue teaching us from here on out. In fact, we need you to. I can't see us taking back doors without your experience and guidance, let alone getting through to Crow. Wow, look at you, Reen. The teachers become the student. Talk about cliches. I get it, though. If you're that insistent, then I'll make sure to sure you all get the best education possible, as your instructor and your comrade. There we go. Hopefully she spiked that. And then she's gonna whisk me off to her room. Wink. Wink. Your bond with Instructor Sarah strengthened. Yeah. Alrighty. First bond complete. Next lady of the night. Back to Artisan Street and we'll visit Fee. Fee, what's going on? Are you sitting here wearing only one sock? Sole of one of my boots came off while I was walking, and now my foot kind of hurts, so I'm taking a break. After all those boots have been through, I can't really blame them for giving up the ghost like that. Is your foot gonna be okay? Once I've rested a bit, sure. I'll get the boot fixed up after that. You can just keep walking. How does she think she's gonna get to the tailor without footwear? Is she gonna just roll down this hill? She's a ninja. You're gonna carry her, Reen? Okay, foot's feeling better now. Off we go. Hold up, Fee. You're actually not planning on walking there with your foot like that, are you? Might as well. I'm used to this kind of stuff anyway. Maybe so, but you still shouldn't be walking around on it like that. If you step on something sharp on the way. What do you want me to do then? He's gonna carry her. Guess I'll be the gallant knight here. Here we go. What's up? Did it start hurting again? I'm fine. Just kinda amazed, really. Don't think anyone else would have offered a piggyback ride in that situation, huh? Don't worry about it. Into the store we go, my steed. Sorry, but the Pony Express stops here. Upon reaching the tailor, Reen asked them to fix a Fee shoe for her. They were told it would be a quick process, so they had to look around the store in the meantime. Oh, hey, they've got Stregas here. You're pretty fond of this brand, aren't you? Sure am. Seems like they only got formal wear here, though. Would have been up for buying some new sneakers if they had any. I don't see you prancing around in formal wear anyway, to be honest. How long have you been a fan? Since you were in Zephyr? Yep, the boss bought me a pair for helping out with something. That was the second present he gave me, in fact. Well, what was the first? The name Colossal. That's a present I'll never let go of, either. There's no one else in the world who can give me that, after all. I know how you feel. Dad welcomed me as a proper member of the Schwarzer family meant the world to me. Let's keep our appreciation for that close to our hearts. Speaking of things from the past, I was actually reminded of the boss when you were giving me that piggyback ride. Huh? He did the same for me not long after bringing me into Zephyr. Stuff like that's what made him feel like he actually was my real dad. Fee, there's something else I realized too. You remind me of the boss, but you're not actually him in the end. Just like Class 7 isn't the same family that Zephyr was, even though both are important to me. I'm not the same person I was back then either. I don't want to sit around and be protected all the time anymore. Yeah, that's right. We're all in this together, Fee. Supporting each other is the obvious way to go. And I'm going to use what I learned from my old family to do just that. Thanks, Reen. Not at all. Took a little more time before the order was ready, so the two wandered the store for a while longer. Once it was, they saw the Fee shoes were as good as new. Bond with Fee strengthened, and she's already maxed. Nice. Nice. Elisa is in Central Plaza, so we'll go there next. What's your story, young lady? Glad Duke Aubrey arrest went as smoothly as it did. I hope Otto can find some peace now. I'm sure he will. Arresting the Duke was never going to give the people of Keldic back what they'd lost, but it was the most we could do for them. And we've got you and Valimar to thank for that. Without the two of you, the Duke might still be in power right now. Something wrong? Oh, no, I'm fine. Don't mind me. She's definitely got something on her mind. At least if you got something on your mind, there's no need to keep things bottled up. I'm always here if you need someone to talk to. Typical Reen. Well, maybe not that typical. You're not usually this sharp, but you're right. Well, now you bring it up, let me ask you a favor. She wants a piggyback ride too.
I do not understand the question.
The hell? Why does it seem voiced?
I request clarification. You and not my awakener wish to board me?
That's exactly what I want to do. Would that be possible? I don't want to use you to fight or anything like Reen does.
Why does hers voiced? Come on. Why?
I just want to see what it's like inside. Just for a little while, if that's okay.
Is that not possible or something? You said they were secondary contractors, so I was thinking it wouldn't be a problem, but maybe I had the wrong idea.
You do not. It is entirely possible for secondary contractors to board me.
Really?
However, only my awakener is able to operate me as intended. There is no comprehensible reason for anyone else to desire access to my interior.
Huh? It's okay. I don't need to operate you, honest.
Thanks, Valimar. Can you let her inside then?
As you wish.
She gonna be in your lap. Yep.
Oh, what? What?
Valimar, did you really have to pick this position?
I knew it. Why are they voicing it? That's not fair. Stop shoehorning me.
While I have more than sufficient room for a human and a familiar to ride in comfort, an extra human does put an unforeseen demand on available space. I am afraid there was not much I could do under the circumstances.
Oh, you are so lying.
It's fine. I guess I can make do for a little while. It's kind of weird sitting like this with you, but I guess I am the one who asked for it. I'll live.
Well, if you're alright with it, I'm sure not going to complain, but...
So this is what Valimar looks like on the inside, huh? It's kind of gloomy, isn't it?
Well, there's not much point in having the front screen on when I'm not actually fighting. I have it up often enough these days, but honestly, it doesn't bother me that much. I can see outside fine when I need to.
Oh, right. It's weird to sit here and think of all the battles you fought with Valimar. When you fought those Alliance soldats and against Scarlet and Vulcan, you were right where you're sitting now. Even when you fought with Crow.
The fights are always different, but the scenery in here doesn't change much. I'm usually so caught up in the fight that I don't really pay much attention to what it looks like inside here. Selene and Valimar have helped me a lot, though, so I'm getting better at this whole thing, bit by bit.
It's just not fair. We're your classmates and your friends. We're supposed to be fighting alongside each other all the way. But you and Valimar always take on the hardest battles. All we can really do is back you up from the sidelines. And to be honest, it's been on my mind for a while now. It bugs me to feel like we're just not doing enough.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to see what Valimar looked like on the inside?
Yeah. I thought if I could, I'd have a better understanding of what you go through and what it must be like. Looking around, it feels even more isolated than I expected. Lonely, even. Seeing all the things you do from the outside, then seeing what it looks like on the inside, I have to wonder, are you okay with the way things are? Are you okay with putting yourself on the line over and over like this? Shouldering such a huge burden all alone, and even the burden of those lives you weren't able to save?
Lisa, I've never once felt like I was fighting those battles alone.
Oh.
You said it yourself, right? I've got all of you backing me up,
Look, they're about
either
to
on the
kiss.
ground or on the courageous. Sure, you're not inside Valimar with me, but I know you all have my back. That's why I can keep fighting day after day. In that sense, it's not so different from our days at Thor's.
Well...
You don't have to worry about me, Elisa. As long as I know you're all there, and that I can look forward to seeing you again after each operation, I'll fight my hardest, and I'll come home the victor. All I ask is that you keep me in your heart, and lend me your aid.
Always, Reen. Just don't go doing anything too reckless in here, okay? You're really important to all of us, but especially to me.
Elisa.
No.
Is there a problem?
Thanks, Valimar. Jeez, you saved me. Can't be cheating on Sarah now. Okay, they're still like this. The game freeze.
Oh,
What is it, Valimar?
I have detected an abnormal increase in your heart rates. Maintaining optimal health is ideal. I recommend rest and a medical examination.
Yes.
No, it's okay. We're fine. We're doing great.
yeah, never felt better. Thanks for worrying about us, Valimar.
I really don't care that I'm supposed to go with Elisa. Like, let other people pick that when they play the game. When I play the game, this is how I want to play it. After taking a moment to unfluster themselves, Reen and Elisa disembarked from Valimar, and all while feeling slightly embarrassed and more than a little awkward, they made their way back to Bareahard. Bond strengthened. No need. Alright. We have Princess. It seemed they were about to hold mass over the cathedral. I'm thinking of sneaking in kind of incognito, but something the matter? It's nothing. Just pretend I didn't say anything. And try to get some rest, Reen. You must be exhausted. She seems like she got something on her mind. Would you mind if I join you, Your Highness? Feel much more at ease if I had at least escorted you to the cathedral. Just as a precaution, of course. Would you, Reen? Thank you so much for your concern. Shall we be off then? I went to the cathedral. There ain't nobody in there. Seeing Bareahard's cathedral up close is always breathtaking. You've been to Bareahard before, haven't you? That's right, I have a number of noble acquaintances here even. Speaking of which, today's mass seems to have attracted more of them than usual. Looks like it's intended as an occasion to mourn the losses suffered by Celtic. Oh. Judging by all the people I saw go in, it'll probably be a fairly large event. So it seems. I plan to attend as well to offer my prayers to the market manager, but... No, it's nothing. Let's go inside, Reen. Serene and Princess Alphen entered the cathedral to attend the mass currently being held. Of course, they were careful to sit behind the majority of attendees to avoid standing out. However, during the sermon, there's quite a little bit of people in there. I'm sure you've all heard of now by the terrible tragedy that took place in Celtic recently. In light of this, let us offer up our prayers for the people there. May Adios be with them all. Rest in peace, Otto. What's going to happen to us from here on out? Can't believe they actually arrested Duke Alberea, not to mention the fact that we've been removed from the Noble Alliance's jurisdiction. But why, though? I see no reason to accept the Imperial Army when our own army is still intact. Duke Alberea certainly has made a muck of things this time. Are those people for real? Are we supposed to be mourning the people of Celtic? There's a time and a place for self-pity, and it sure as hell isn't now. Besides, surely Celtic was partly to blame for what happened too, no? I heard all about their belligerent attitude towards Duke Alberea, and yet he was arrested simply for teaching them a lesson? Disgraceful, I know. The beloved empire certainly has been on the decline for these past couple of years. Can't take much more of this. Just who in the world do you think you people are? Huh? Who dares to raise their voice during Holy Mass? Wait, I know that face. For Princess Alphen? How could you make light of what happened in Celtic? Do you genuinely believe that it's none of your concern that Celtic deserved its fate? Is this how you treat your fellow Erebonians? Don't you realize that by putting aside such social labels, this tragedy could have been prevented? Your Highness. But maybe I'm not one to talk. I may have shared the same sentiments as you all had I continued to live my cozy life in Heimdall. I would have done little other than pity them without making an attempt to truly understand the gravity of the matter. In the end, it would have been another event on the long list of things to eventually forget. But please, I beg of you, please realize that whether they are a noble or a commoner, every life matters. The people who suffered in Celtic, who lost their lives because of this war, are no less important than any of us. Each and every one of them lived a life of their own and had a future ahead of them until it was ripped away. Your Highness. Your Highness. Reen. So please, I ask anyone in disagreement with the Duke's arrest to go see Celtic for themselves. If that's not enough to convince you his arrest was the right thing to do, then by all means, bring your complaints to me. I swear on the Arnar household that I will listen to every single one of you in earnest. Good job, Princess. After Princess Alphen's speech, they left the cathedral that had turned deathly quiet. From there, Reen escorted her back to the airport. The entire way, she struggled to hold back her tears. Thank you, Reen. I've gotten a hold of myself now. Oh, how embarrassing it is to act out like that during a holy mass. I'm sure my brother would have been able to handle that situation much better. Prince Oliver would have handled that in his own way, sure. That doesn't make your action any less worthy of respect, however. You don't think it was too much? I mean it when I say that speech hit very close to home. That's why I'm sure that some of the nobles there must have been impacted the same way. If anything, I'd say you've made me feel more proud to be a member of the Empire than ever before. Did I? I'm sure when this war comes to an end, your words will be able to reach even more people too. Until then, all we can do is keep fighting. Thank you, Reen. Hearing you say that is such a relief. Happy to help, Your Highness. Let's just focus on doing what we can for now, okay? Please don't forget that we're all here to support you. Thank you. after Rean escorted Princess Alpha to the Courageous, he headed back to town. Bond with the princess strengthened. Alright. 2 more, right? 2 more? Okay. We've got Laura and Emma. We'll start with Station Street. And I believe Laura is somewhere. Is she gonna want to train? Is that what's going on? Yep. Gotta chase her down. I know where Laura's going after the canyon alone. I know she can handle herself just fine, but still. Got some time on my hands, so let's go check on her. She's about to go train. That's all she can do. Laura? Oh shit. Ah. Laura? Are you alright? Why would you jump in there when it's this cold out? Oh, I see you've come along too, Rean. There's no need for concern. It's cold, but refreshing. She seems like she's okay, but I know she's used to winter swimming. We're at the coldest part of the year right now. Did she want to clear her mind or something? That raises the question of what could be troubling her. You gonna join her? Come on now. Hop in the pool. Don't be a dick. Laura finally came ashore after spending a little more time in the water. Realizing she would be freezing, Reed made sure he had a towel ready for her. My apologies. Perhaps it was a bit much to try my hand at swimming during this time of year. It really was. Is something up? I know you're fond of swimming, but doing something like this is out of the blue isn't like you. Brr. See? Sorry, but you're gonna have to let me dry your hair off at least. Very well then. Having dried off her hair, Rean left Laura to finish drying off otherwise and get changed. In the meantime, he headed back into town to grab her something warm to drink. Thank you for your consideration, Rean. I'm warmed up plenty now. See, it was worth me fussing over you. Want to head back to the Courageous? You could catch a cold if you stay out here. No need, I'm fine. As you know, I'm used to this. I'd like to apologize for worrying you, however. Well, I wasn't too worried. It's you we're talking about. So, did you bring that swimsuit from Thor's? Yes, actually, I found it in my luggage after leaving. Used it often during the time Emma and I spent on the gram, too. Sounds funny when I say it out loud, but swimming has always been a way for me to wash away my concerns and hesitations. Of course, Emma had a similar reaction to yours whenever I did. It's not funny at all, really. I get what you mean. As a noble, I found myself thinking a lot about what happened here in this province. It is true that what Duke Alvaret did to Celtic is beyond unforgivable. However, one could also argue that he never would have employed such tactics if war had never broken out. It's clear that his position in both the four great houses and the noble alliance is what drove his actions. You may have a point. There's no guarantee that any other noble wouldn't have ended up doing the same. What's funnier than what you said is that I'm technically a noble too, but I never even thought of things like that before. We still have a long way to go, not just in swordsmanship either. It doesn't benefit us to single-mindedly dedicate ourselves purely to that. Still, I feel that we're able to make it through this. We'll be so much stronger thanks to the experience. I want to rise above every challenge life throws my way, both as a swordsman and a noble. Naturally, that involves trusting in others rather than attempting to deal with those challenges alone. Perhaps you're an ideal partner to keep me in check, Rean. Laura? Oh shit, I didn't mean anything special by that, mind you. It's just that since you also happen to be a swordsman, we should strive to motivate each other. She wants to dig. I'm serious to see where we can go from here. There are many incredible warriors taking part in the war, but together I believe we can catch up to them. And just maybe we'll be able to reach the strength of the Lance Maiden herself. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing just how far our swordsmanship will take us. Definitely gonna watch all the special events that you get towards the end. The two talked for a while longer before deciding to walk back into town. Your bond with Laura strengthened. Almost there. Alright, and then Emma in the Noble District. And I'll reload and do these all off camera. What a peaceful place. It was during our field study, of course, but it's nice to see that it's still the case. This piece could be a recent development, though. These past few weeks might not have been so kind. They certainly haven't been kind to Eustace. Still, there's not much we can do except rest and recover, and we need it. This does seem like a nice enough place to rest, to be honest. Spend time with Emma. This will consume a bonding point. Would you mind if I sat with you for a while? Not to steal your idea or anything, but this seemed like a nice spot to take a break. I certainly thought so. Please make yourself comfortable. It's nice and quiet here, not too cold either. Don't think I've been able to sit back and relax like this in a long time. My eyes feel so heavy. Must be more tired than I thought. Oh, fell asleep. Green? Looks like you fell asleep. Guess you shouldn't be surprised. You must be exhausted after Aurochs Fort. In that case... Oh, is she about to kiss him? Must have fallen asleep. Or something nice and comfy on your lap. Oh, dang. Hello there, sleepyhead. Emma? It's a nice place to take a nap. Just saying. Whoa. Emma? Why was I on your lap? Did you sleep well? Best sleep of my life. Don't change the subject. Well, let me apologize. I really didn't expect to end up sleeping on your lap like that. I'm the one who put you there in the first place, so no need to think about apologizing. I couldn't leave you to sleep on a cold, hard bench after all. One of my duties as a witch is to support you. Just think of this as another form of support. That's kind of a stretch. Would appreciate if you let me do this much for you at least. It's all thanks to both you and Valimar that Bareahard's regained peace. In fact, I believe we've managed to come as far as we have thanks to your efforts. I don't know about that, Emma. You're forgetting that I had all of you. I've been able to push myself through all this only thanks to the people who chose to stick by me. Besides, I never would have come across Valimar in the first place if it weren't for your guidance. You think that much of us, Reen? Well, yeah, we've still got a long road ahead of us, right? That road will eventually lead us to Crow and Vita, so sorry, but you're still stuck with us, Emma. We need your support now more than ever. I can live with that. I'll do everything in my power to help, both as your friend and as your class president. It's a nice quick event. Your bond with Emma strengthened. And bingo bango. And I believe that's all my bonding events. I've talked to everyone in the town. I just need to go to Alberia Mansion. Actually, you can go there and do a Eustace event too. I will probably save here, do the other events off camera just to see what they're about, and then continue in the next episode of the RPG Corner. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Kelthar of the Heroes and Legends. I hopefully you enjoyed this one. We'll see you guys in the next one. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. See you later. Peace.